And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we are going to be looking at a game sailing over here from Japan called Machi Koro. Yes, the box is in Japanese here, but don't worry, all the cards, all the stuff's in English. In fact, this is going to be brought by IDW and Pandasaurus in July, this says, and that's what the box is going to look like. So it's going to be here in July. They're bringing it from Japan. It's a sort of a dice rolling, city building kind of game, an economic type of game. It's quick, easy, dice rolling, 2 to 4 players. It's pretty simple to play. It's got that subtle as a Catan feeling where you're rolling dice and different people are getting different things. You're in every turn. Let's see how it's played. I'll show you, and I'll see you on the other side. In Machi Koro, you're trying to sort of put together your own city by buying buildings, getting money, and then using those money to buy different landmarks. And the first one to buy and flip over 4 different landmarks is the winner of the game, and that's what we're trying to do. Everybody starts with 3 coins, and on your turn it's very simple. You're going to, at the beginning, roll 1 die, and then you're going to see what buildings interact with that number. You're going to hand out all the money or take the money depending on what that building tells you to do. And then you have the option of buying any one of these buildings or buying one of these landmarks and flipping it over. So let's see what the number 4 would do. Now the number 4, you look at the top of the cards. If I had owned this, it says get 3 coins from the bank on your turn only. So if I had rolled a 4, I would have gotten 3 coins if I had owned this in my little city with my other cards. In this case I didn't, so I wouldn't have gotten it, and then I could either use this money to buy a building out there or to try to turn over and buy one of these landmarks. The cost of any of these cards is at the bottom left, so I can see this one's 1. You can only buy 1 building or landmark per turn. That one's $1, so I would take $1, I'd pay it to the bank, and I would now buy this card and put it into my city. So I would then, boom, there we go. Now I've got a ranch, a wheat field, and a bakery. Let's take a look at what all these different cards do. So as you can see, there's 4 different types of cards. There's blue ones, green ones, purple, and sort of reddish. Let's take a look at these different cards because all those different cards sort of act the same way. So the blue cards allow you to get money when anybody rolls that. So you'll see on every one of these it says get a certain amount of coins on your turn, on anyone's turn. So when anybody rolls a 1 or 2, a 5, a 9, or a 10, you will be getting the amount of coins that it says on that specific card. And of course these ones only give you 1, this one gives you 5, but it costs 6, this one gives you 1. It costs 3, this one gives you 3 and costs 3. So there's different amounts. Those are what the blue cards do. The green cards allow you to score pretty much only when you roll it. So all these are like, hey, get X if you rolled it on your turn. The bakery, if you roll a 2 or 3, you'll get 1 coin on your turn. The convenience store, you get 3 on your turn. The rest of these are sort of combination ones. The cheese factory, if it's your turn, you get 3 coins from the bank for each ranch establishment. We have a little animal here, and that's what's on this card. So for every ranch, you're going to get 3 coins. So if I had these 2 and I rolled a 7, I would get 3 coins for each of these that I got. Now if I had 2 of these, then it wouldn't be just 3 coins, it would be 3 times 2 because I have 2 of them. So it would be 6 coins for each one of these. So you can start multiplying here and multiplying here, so you can start getting coins in the 20s and 30s if you get enough of these lined up. The Furniture Factory does the same type of thing, but it uses it for the mine. So it's 3 coins for any of the mine, gear establishments, which are both the forest and the mine. So if I had a forest and a mine and this hit, I'd get 3 coins for each of these. So I'd get 3, 6. And again, the multiplying effect, if I had this, I would get 6 for each of these, and now I'd have 12. And so that's how those work. And the fruit and vegetable market is the same type of thing, but you get 2 coins for the bank for each of the field type of cards you have. So I would get 2 coins for this and 2 coins for this, and the same type of multiplication thing applies. Sort of a mini engine building for each of those types of cards. The red ones you get when you get to steal from other people. So you get 1 coin from the player who rolled the 3, or you get 2 coins from the player that rolled a 9 or a 10. Those are kind of attacking type cards. Now these 3 are kind of special cards where the rules kind of contradict themselves, whether you can have one of each of these or only one of any 3 of these types that are 6. The publisher told me to my face that you can only own any one of these. You can't own more than one because they're too powerful. Anyway, 6. So there's a stadium, a business center, and TV station. Get 2 coins from all players on your turn only. So if you roll a 6 and you have this card, you'll get 2 points from every person. The business center, if this is your turn, trade this for one I guess 6 or purple establishment. So you can kind of steal stuff from other people, which is cool. And the TV station, if this is your turn, take 5 coins from any one player, obviously assuming they have it. And those are the purple ones. Well, you're probably wondering, well, if we roll only 1 die, how do we get anything larger than a 6? Well, as soon as you have enough money, again, you can, at the end of your turn, you can buy any one of these buildings, or you can build one of these landmarks in your city. And they don't have to get done in any specific order. But let's say I had $4, and for my turn, after the end of my turn, I paid $4. And now I flip this over and I have built a station in my place. And now if I want to, I can roll 2 dice, and you always take the sum of these 2 dice. And that's how you start getting to the larger ones. And then if I had 10 coins later, I could flip this over and earn 1 coin from your own cafe type and bread type, which is essentially the bakery. So this gets you 1 coin for each one of those things you have. The radio tower, once you have bought that one for 22 coins, you can, once every turn, you can choose to re-roll the dice, which can become very useful, of course. And then the amusement park, if you re-roll matching dice, take another turn afterwards. 16, 22, 10, and 4 is how much they cost. The first one to buy each one of those 4 and flip them up wins the game. All right, Machi Koro. Wow, that little game that seems so simple is so much fun. This is an excellent game. It's just really fun, and there's many things I like about it. It's easy to teach. It plays in 30 minutes or less. There's a lot of fun. Now, depending on 2 and 4 players, another thing I like is it plays quite differently. With 4 players, you're going to be grabbing the cards, at least at the beginning, that do more things for everybody. You know, the blue cards that I explained in the video. Where if you're a 2-player, well, every other turn it's your turn, so you might go after the bakeries a lot. And so the strategies sort of change, obviously, with the different amount of players, and I like that. And I love the combinations of mating the cheese factory up with the ranch, or the mine in the forest up with the furniture factory, and so on and so forth. And you see what strategies people are going, and you try to go for something different maybe, or you try to take it from them. And it's just really fun, and everyone seems to be involved. There's like 0 downtime because even when it's not your turn, you're looking at what's rolled because you might be getting stuff, and you're looking at to see how many cards of other things are there. So this was a very pleasurable game. It's a light game. It's easy to teach. It's fun. Anybody can play it. And it's got that settled as a Catan feel a little bit with rolling dice and getting things in there. But it is fun. It's really good. Now, the only knock I've heard, and I also kind of feel with this, is that after multiple plays, maybe 10 or 15 plays, it starts to feel a little samey. I hear that there is an expansion coming at the end of the year this year, which will help alleviate that. I think there's twice as many cards, or the same amount of cards, so if you put them together, you'll have twice as many. But there's an interesting mechanic that you do when you play with the expansion, as I read the rules for that, is that instead of just putting out all the cards, because you can do that with just this one. So if this starts to feel a little samey to you, with the cards, instead of putting all the cards out, you literally deal the cards one at a time, until you have 10 unique buildings, because there's 15 total. 10 unique buildings, so there's going to be a different amount of cards on the buildings, because as they come out, you might have 5 ones, but only 1 2. Different amount of cards per building, and only 10 unique buildings. And when one building goes away, a new one comes out. So that will change every game, and I think when you play it that way, the people that complain that this feels samey will not complain about that anymore, because it does feel different and the strategies change from game to game. So, base game, gotta buy it. Expansion, if you like this, you'll probably buy that too. But in the meantime, that little setup and mechanic of putting so many buildings out will save that. But even if you don't do that, it's just a great, fun, easy game. Machi Koro.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.